President Bush seemed almost apologetic for this when he was questioned by Seven's political editor Mark Riley this morning.
Mr President, welcome to Sydney.
Thank you, sir.
I can assure you it doesn't always look like this with steel fences and concrete barricades and armed guards on the street, but I wonder I
hope you feel safe.
Well, I feel...
You feel inconvenienced, obviously.
Yeah. No,
let me just say before you get... Obviously, you're trying to maybe get a response. But to the extent that I've caused this, I apologize. Look, I don't want to come to a community and say, you know, what a pain it is to have the American president. You know, unfortunately, however, this is what the authorities thought was necessary to protect people. And you live in a free society. People feel like they want to protest, fine, they can. And unfortunately, evidently, some people may want to try to be violent in their protests. But I apologize to the Australian people if I've caused this inconvenience.
Well, I wasn't going to blame you personally, sir, but anyway. I guess...
I must be feeling guilty, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get back! Shame on you. Get back! Get back! Get back, I said!
No!
Get back!
No! What is this?
Get back! Get back, man! Get out of me face! Get back! Get back! Get back!
You got a problem.
I have, mate. I'm not going to get hurt. Get back.
I'm hurting you. What a police state looks like. What is this crime? You know?
Don't take another step, mate. Zoom in, use it.
Knees up. Knees up your chest. Sit up. 1, 2, 3. Stand across the road. Shoulder.
Move back.
Hey, cut it out, mate. Once more and you're in. Once more and you're in.
Sydney had a taste of APEC security in the city centre today. 2 Army Black Hawk helicopters swooped unannounced into the CBD at lunchtime. They spent about 20 minutes nosing around city buildings, rotors just metres from unit balconies as they practiced dropping equipment onto rooftops. Tourists in Centre Point Tower had a rare look down on the choppers buzzing below. They're understood to be from the 171 Regiment based at Holsworthy.
Police have been given extraordinary powers to ban suspected drunks and thugs from 2 large city precincts. The Police Minister denies he's trying to create a police state, rather a safer place for revellers this festive season. Paul Kennedy reports.
Police and government are celebrating the unprecedented anti-troublemakers law without apologies.
If people are reasonably suspected of causing mischief, if they're troublemakers, then they shouldn't be on the streets, and it's really time for them to go home and watch a DVD.
New legislation introduced today gives the Liquor Licensing Director the power to label an area an entertainment hotspot. Police then have the power to issue bans for drinkers they suspect, not have evidence, but suspect are starting trouble.
They then have to leave the area for up to 24 hours.
The areas immediately declared hotspots are the Chapel Street precinct in South Yarra and the Melbourne CBD and South Bank. In the city in the past year there has been a 17% increase in assaults alone. The state government has brought in this law believing there was only so much police could do until now.
In my 35 years of policing, I think this is some of the most effective legislation to deal with public order that I've had the pleasure to experience.
It comes as police launch a 6-week summer blitz against behaviour in licensed premises.
A no-tolerance approach to inappropriate behaviour, excessive alcohol, assaults, property damage.
And 2 a.m. lockouts are also being employed to deter drunk wanderers from hanging around some city nightclubs.
It stops people migrating between premises during the late hours of the night when the problems have arisen.
The police minister says all the measures are preemptive strikes for the long-term safety of Victorians. Paul Kennedy, National 9 News.
Queensland Rail will review its security procedures after staff threatened to fine a Brisbane radio star for terrorism. Spencer Howson says he was simply taking photos on the platform. It's something we're now supposed to ask permission to do.
Back at Toowong Station with a new alias.
Kelly Higgins-Devine, our drive presenter, has dubbed me Osama bin Howson today.
Spencer Howson and his family were on the platform yesterday when he noticed a large number of ticket inspectors and, out of interest, took a photo. 3 officers pounced.
That's infringing the Anti-Terrorism Act. You're going to have to delete that photograph, otherwise I will give you, and he pulls out his notebook, I will give you an on-the-spot fine under the Anti-Terrorism Act.
He did what he was told.
The fact that he was going to throw the terrorism book at me, yeah, it frightened me.
Civil libertarians are horrified.
This is the sort of thing you'd expect from Monty Python.
Terry O'Gorman says there's no legislation to back that power, just a QR policy on watching amateur photographers.
You give petty officials power to do this sort of thing and you get a petty abuse of power.
Officers involved say they suspected Mr Howson was photographing infrastructure and security cameras. Queensland Rail says its staff had an obligation to check it out, but admit now the way the case was handled was overkill.
And today clarified...
No terrorist fine.
No such thing.
No such thing.
QR won't apologise to Mr Howson but will review its officers' actions. They add cameras are still welcome.
Normal tourism shots, we say go for your life.
They do suggest alerting staff before you snap.
In this day and age, the staff will get nervous if you're taking a photo on a railway platform.
Just be careful where you point. Emma Dallymore, 10 News.
After a busy day on a film shoot, I was going home on the train. 10 o'clock at night, I didn't want to be anywhere else except home. And that's when they approached me.
Can I talk to you for a moment?
For what reason?
Oh, she said that the supervisor would like to have a word with you.
Sorry, Inspector Hogger, I've got somewhere to go.
No, he's just there on the menu. See? So don't film me, please.
I've done nothing wrong.
I'm not going to talk to you, please.
Well, you better not talk to me then.
Got a ticket, train?
I sure have.
Right. This and that,
Have I committed some sort of crime?
No,
And there's no reason to talk to me.
Oh, shut up, you.
I beg your pardon, sir?
Did you hear what he said?
What did he say?
The decade of the 1990s was meant to have been one in which a new international order, free of the bipolar rivalry of earlier days, was to have been established. Australia is a Western nation. Nothing can, will or should alter that fact. As such, in this new world, we are a terrorist target.